Like I said, this is the year to shine. Now, let me use this opportunity and say an official congratulations to South Africa for winning the trophy. Whether you guys like it or not, in football banters, we give honor to whom honor is due. True. Congratulations to South Africa. Whether some of you like it or not, I will say it again and again. Congratulations.
Africa are the champions in Africa for under 20 level. Yeah. Good one. Aside losing one game, they have had a roller coaster cruise to the final.
Yeah, apart from the host defeating them, Egypt, they have gone to win every other game they participated in. Congratulations to the Amajitas, by the way. It was a resilient performance from the South Africans to knock out Nigeria and also Morocco at the finals.
Oh, Bino, the South Africans also got two players. One was the player of the tournament, Tylon Smith, that scored against Nigeria. Yeah. He was named the player of the tournament, and the young goalkeeper also was named the goalkeeper of the tournament. Yeah. Does this have to show you that South Africa is getting it right when we talk about developing youth football in Africa?
Yeah, like I said, this is the year to shine. Let me use this opportunity and say an official congratulations to South Africa for winning the trophy.
There is a rumor flying in town for the Buccaneers, talking about Orlando Pirates, that former striker of South Africa, Benny McCarthy, will likely take charge of the team. But then we don't know if this will happen, because Mandla Sikazi have been appointed as the interim coach of Orlando Pirates, given the fact that Jose Rivero has left the job. And for Rivero, he's one manager that brought joy
to Orlando Pirates.
Yeah. He won 3 MTN Super 8 in a row, and was about winning the Net Bank Cup finals before Kaiser Chiefs defeated them. Looking at the managerial situation at Orlando Pirates, do you see them changing it at the end of the season, or they will allow the interim coach to continue?
I think they will allow the interim coach to continue. Talking about Mandela Zikazi, because this will give Orlando Pirates the opportunity to know if the man is capable for the job. Now, with just 4 games remaining for until the end of the season, watching him, coach the team for the rest of these 4 games will make them know if this man is the right man for the job, or if they need to go for another person. Talking about Benny McCarthy. Benny McCarthy, as a coach so far, have not done so well.
He's in Kenya.
Yeah, he's in Kenya. And if you look at his coaching stats, he only won the MTN Top 8 with Cape Town back in 2018. And since then, he has not won any other thing, which I have not seen yet. So I think he has a better, statistics as a player than as a coach. With even the experience he has gathered when he was under Eric Ten Hag, I'm not seeing that into action. So I think giving this new guy, this Mandela guy, the opportunity to coach them for at least 4 games, then it's a good decision from Orlando Pirates. Then after that, they will know if they need to get a new coach or continue with him.
For Jose Rivera, we also hear that he's on the verge of signing for Al Ahly of Egypt. Yeah. Are you not surprised?
Yeah, I don't know what these people do. Is it that when they go to play games, they go to the backyard and have conversations and talk about business or something? Because I don't know how the connection is, if happening. Well, he's not a South African. He's a Spanish. So which means he's entitled to go to wherever he wants to. So nobody will say, he's a Victoria. This is people that are playing in the CAF, CAF Champions League, and you are now linked to a move to Al Ahly. I think it's going to be a great stain for his coaching career if he goes to Al Ahly, because we all know Al Ahly, we call them the Giants of Africa. So being the head coach of Al Ahly is, will I say, a raise, or will I say a promotion in your coaching career? If he goes eventually.
This is rumor now.
Yeah, it's rumor, not confirmed, So I think if he goes, it's going to be a good thing for his coaching career. But seeing Sundowns, dominate the way they're dominating the South African League, man, I think every team, especially from the first to top 4, should change their coach, because
Sunna just won 8 titles on a row.
I don't understand.
I don't know that teams in South African football.
I don't understand. What Pirates, what Kaiser Chiefs. But when I saw them rejoicing after their last game that they have been confirmed champions, and I saw 8 times consecutive, I was like, what? What is going on in South African football? Like, how can you guys sit down and watch Mamelodi Sundowns win that league for 8 consecutive times? Even in League 1 in Europe.
They're the PSG.
Like they're the PSG of Africa. like I don't understand. We are making comparisons. But I don't know. But for me, I'm not trying to be viable. But I don't see any competition here. I'm sorry to say that, but there's no competition in the South African League.
Well, we'll say big congratulations to Bafana Bastille, talking about Sundowns, for winning their 8th consecutive PSL title and 15 since the PSL era in South Africa. It is no mean feat when we talk about African football. Pure dominance. Other teams in South Africa, you guys need to wake up.
I'm telling you.
But I know Mamelodi Sundowns, they are doing a good job, and that is why they've actually won this feat. So congratulations to Mamelodi Sundowns and their fans. And for Orlando Pirates, Kaiser Chiefs, and the rest of the guys there in South Africa, I know that next season you guys will wake up.
Definitely.
Of course, the Nedbank Cup has been won. The league has been won. It remains the Super 8 for next season.
Yeah.
So that is it for South Africa. Well, Nice one. We love your league. Do well to, as usual. Yes, give us your own opinion too in the comment section, and also tell your friends about the show.
South Africa defeated Nigeria and went ahead to win the Under-20 CAF Championship. But really, what I want to say is this. What about the thank you to Nigeria for reaching the semi-final? Those boys played their heart out. Those boys were absolutely incredible. Those boys were ballers. And in the first half against South Africa, they could have scored. They played out. Sometimes you see a team that has so many chances and they end up losing the game. Nigeria were good in the first half. Those boys deserve congratulations. They deserve thank you. They did Nigeria proud on the 20 Nigerian football male team. You did well. You did good. We didn't win. Yes. We didn't get to the final. Yes. South Africa defeated us. Yes. But you did good. You did good. You did good.
The Under-20 AFCON just wrapped up, and what a tournament it was. Full of talent, full of surprises, and of course, South Africa will be taking the trophy home. Let's go through some of the individual awards which were given out, and I share my thoughts on them. First up, Ibrahim Kamara from Sierra Leone, who was the top scorer of the tournament. Well, no debate here. He scored the most goals, scored more than everybody, and almost every one of his goals was also quite clinical, and he showed up in every single game he played in. And then we have Lechalo, South Africa's goalkeeper, winning the Golden Glove. Again, 100% deserved it because he was outstanding throughout the entire tournament. His reflexes, positioning, and some standout saves he made, especially in the semi-final and the final, were just over the top. Now this one gets a little more interesting. Talon Smith from South Africa won the player of the competition, and to be fair, he's had a fantastic tournament. Very calm and composed under pressure, strong at the back, and also a serious threat from set pieces, even scoring the goal which led South Africa to the final against Nigeria. His performances, especially in the knockout stages, really stood out. That said, I think a couple of other names could have been in serious contention too. One is Lechalo, South Africa's goalkeeper, because if you are talking about a player who made impact, it's very hard to overlook someone who saves had direct impact on results from the quarterfinal to the semi-final to the final and living in the group stages. And there's also Momo Kamara, who despite going out in the quarterfinal with Sierra Leone, he was electric, strong, skillful, and deadly with that right foot anytime he took a shot. No wonder he finished as the top scorer, and I'm sure would have been in strong competition for player of the tournament had his country gone a bit further. But still, all these three players were really outstanding, and I think they have a bright future ahead of them. Even as fans, we are lucky to really watch them shine right from their early ages. Let me know your picks in the comments out of all the players who impressed you the most. The Under-20 AFCON is over, but I have some 8 players from this competition, which I think in about 3 or 4 years time, with proper development, we could see them at the top of African football, or maybe even world football. One even is a Harcourt, Nigeria's goalkeeper. So this guy started for Nigeria as the bench goalkeeper, but he played only 1 game and maintained his spot throughout. He was always available to make saves when needed and conceded only 1 goal from open play throughout the entire tournament. Even at penalties, he saved 2 penalties of Senegal, which sent Nigeria to the World Cup. And it was no surprise that Nigeria only got eliminated after he went out of the game with an injury. Then there is Shakile Pro of South Africa. For a player with very good footwork, insane speed, then also adds goals and assists to his game, I think he's a huge potential. He scored South Africa's first goal at the Under-20 AFCON, gave the assist which sent them to the World Cup, and even played a huge role in the goal which won South Africa the AFCON trophy. Then there is Sheikh Siam from Senegal. This is a player who plays as if he knows what will happen 30 seconds ahead of time. Calm, smart, and always in the right places to receive the passes and lay it off intelligently, and also was smart enough to step into interceptions when needed. He even added goals to his game. Let's now move to Talon Smith, centre-back for South Africa. Talk about calmness and composure at the back. He could play long passes with such a perfect accuracy and was always making runs to close spaces and stop the opposition attacks. He's also a big threat from set pieces. No wonder he was named the player of the tournament. If he really keeps up at this pace, we could be looking at the next big modern centre-back of African football. There is Joseph Opoku from Ghana. Watching him, I had to look for where he plays, and I was not surprised he played first in football in Belgium, because this guy made the opposition players as if they were cones, just dribbling and walking through them. He creates chances for fun and even scored a goal in this tournament where I think he went past about 3 or 4 players before scoring. I have to talk about Ibrahim Kamara, one of the main reasons why Sierra Leone shocked a lot of people. He was the top scorer of the competition with 4 goals and has insane ball striking abilities. But even apart from that, creates a lot of chances, and you could see Sierra Leone always wanted to find him when they had the ball. He's already even an established player with the Sierra Leone national team. Then there's Lechalo, South Africa's goalkeeper. The best goalkeeper of this tournament. He was game after game, making save after save, playing as if he was a pro. And I think it's time South Africa starts to groom him for their national team, maybe as the third choice goalkeeper. Then finally, Hossam Esadak from Morocco. In a talented Morocco team, he still managed to stand out as a deep line playmaker, finding the passes, sliding to make tackles. He could play the long balls with cheeky ease. Which of these players do you think will make it to the very top? Or did I even miss someone who you think impressed you the most at this under-20 AFCON? Tell me in the comment all of these things about the under-20 AFCON.
A South African would rather take a beating from Kenya, Sudan, Ivory Coast, any other African state other than Nigeria. We don't want to lose to Nigeria. Whether it's a pool table, athletics, swimming, whichever sports game, it must not be to Nigeria. It is just painful losing to Nigerians because they will make a lot of noise. They will make you feel the defeat. This makes me happy because Amachita, our under-20 boys in the African Nations Cup, have defeated, swept away Nigeria under-20 team to progress to the final. We're just waiting to see who's going to win between Morocco and Egypt. Now, having said all of that, it was really heartwarming to see the sportsmanship demonstrated by the legendary Super Eagles former player rather, Daniel Amokachi. I mean, he literally went to each and every one of those Amachita players, congratulating them, greeting them. Surprisingly, some of them knew who he was, and that's what you want to see in African football. Yes, there is that rivalry between Nigeria and South Africa in sports, especially in football. But it's also heartwarming to see big players, legends, really that it should not just be about banter and all, but when the other has won, congratulate, and that's how we grow our sports.